Welcome back, everybody, to Fun Factor RC, and today I think I'm going to try to put together the AR wing. We'll try it. I'll see. First thing we're going to do is get all the parts out and see what tools we need. We had parts in these boxes. The wings were here. I'm going to get out the little instruction page. I'm going to leave the stickers inside the box so that they can remain flat. I might even use them. That box is determined to fall. One wing with servo installed. Strengthening rod or support bar. I'm not sure what you want to call it. I'm trying to be extra careful not to damage any of these pieces. They say it's pretty durable, but it still looks like styrofoam to me. Here is the fuselage and the one propeller that they give you. The one propeller they give you. The fuselage is held on by these magnets and they're very strong. I'm not going to second guess them. We're just going to roll with it. It recesses in the back and whoa, and really clicks down. Wow. Here is your hardware. 4 small screws. They look like a number 1, number 2 Phillips. And also 2 long threaded machine screws with plastic caps for you to thread with your fingers. And I'll show you where those go in a moment. The GoPro nose. It's just that kind of a day, you guys. The run cam camera or FPV camera nose. The wing tips, that's where your 2 small screws go. And also, they include a camera mount for the GoPro, the little square one. They include a camera mount. This camera mount fits the action camera, sports camera size GoPro. They have these extra pieces of wood that you can add to this and make it smaller so that it fits the square GoPro. I do not know what size that is. I just know that it's the square GoPro, the little cube. Alright. And from what I understand, your bar is going to go through the fuselage. There's a wooden receiver with a square hole, not a square hole, has a square in it. I'm going to feed it all the way through. I will eyeball it this way. Okay. There's a hole in the fuselage. We're going to feed the wire for the servo through. And we got that. We're going to slide it down. It has a groove, and I'm going to snug it up in the groove, and it went. I don't have the run cam or the other camera to put here right now, so I will hold off on that. The great thing is the screws for the wings have plastic cap on them, and you can use your fingers to tighten it. It looks like the receiver is in the middle one, and I got threads, so I'm going to tighten it up. Snugged that up. I'm going to pull this wire out of here. They stick the plastic connector up in this hole, and the last one got locked up in there and didn't want to come out. That one wasn't so bad. I'm going to start it on the bar. Till I get enough room to feed my servo wire in. Feeding my servo wire. Now feeding servo. Feeding Mr. Servo. So now inside the fuselage storage bay, I have two connectors for each servo. I have a connector coming off the electronic speed control, and then here is the XT60 battery connector. Inside here there is a place for you to put some velcro to hold your stuff down. There's a battery. There's also a place here to hold the battery and some rough velcro on the bottom so that you can affix some soft velcro, and it will give it an extra layer of protection to hold it snug. Before I forget, I'm going to put the screw in the wing because I forget. If you line it up the best you can, it will take the stress off the screw, the pressure off the screw, and it will go a little easier. If the screw's hard to turn and you have it in the threads correctly, it may have some lateral pressure on it holding it. Here's the wings. Looking good so far. Now the wing tips have a piece of wood for strength, and they have a little flex to them, so be careful. You don't want to break anything. They will fit on the ends of the wings there, and there's 4 screws here. That should be a number 2, a number 1 actually, number 1 Phillips. We're going to snug them up. I'm not going to torque them too tight. I mean, we're going into wood, I believe. It's just a foam wing. There's not a lot to it. As soon as I feel it getting snug, I'm going to stop. And that's exactly what happened. Is it screws nice and easy. It does well, does well, does well. Gets a little tight, so I'm going to stop. I got a bad habit of torquing screws and breaking things. last screw here. This is where I'm going to mess up at. All right. Not bad. It is not like those styrofoam airplanes. You stick the wings in, you throw them, and they turn around and hit you in the head. It's better than that. And just for mock-up purposes, the motor's all black, D2204, 2300 kilovolt, kV. And I'm not 100% sure which way it spins, but if it spins the wrong way, we'll flip the propeller, or we will set it in the settings. It may not have settings. There's no beta flight on this thing. All right, this is it. Something to hang on the wall there. Thanks everybody for joining me for the build of the AR wing. This has just been a simple assembly of the wing, and join me for the next video I have about this wing here. We will be getting it with a receiver. We'll put in a receiver in it and we try to get it in the air. I also hope to have a camera in for it shortly. Thanks everybody for watching. Y'all be safe. Yeah.